So my question to you is, as a police officer, as law enforcement, are you going to deny me access into my building to check up on every office to make sure they have these copies available to the public?
You're going to get through there and do that. You're not going to do that. That's not going to happen.
You have to make an appointment with each
That it says, though, I don't need to give that up in the policy.
Obviously, I just had a young lady come out. It's a little disruptive when we have people that are like poking in.
Freedom is dangerous. If they're that much of a sissy, they shouldn't be working for the public.
And you're disrupting workflow. I have people that are coming to me asking us, why are you out there doing the video?
I'm not going to stop.
We have a key card here for a reason.
We have a Fourth Amendment for a reason, though, sir. You understand this is America. We're not North Korea here.
Hey, I was gonna ask him.
What?
What's she doing?
Public records request services, they should have it posted in every public office, correct? So a member of the public should be able to just go in and review those copies without an appointment, right?
You have access as a citizen to City Hall. Just
Amen.
offer-
Welcome back, Liberty Trollers. We're in the city of Columbus City Hall in Columbus, Ohio. This is the very first audit that Liberty Troll has done outside of the state of Florida. So I'm very excited to see how the lay of the land is here in Ohio. I do have a Liberty Troll shop for those who are interested in merch. Got a couple t-shirt options there if you want to check them out. If you're interested in supporting this channel, that's one way to support Liberty Troll, but also get something in return. So always appreciate donations, but I would love for my supporters to get something in return. So this is one way to do that. Let me know what you think about the designs, by the way. If anything bad happens today, I know that a lot of you are going to be redressing your grievances. Petitioning your government is your First Amendment right to petition your government, up there with freedom of speech, freedom of press, and so on. As usual, we're here to see that our public servants treat we the people with respect and above all honor our rights. Let's see if they do just that. Take a moment to observe Old Glory.
The next week starts July.
Do I need to put my stuff in here?
Where are you going to?
All over.
No.
City clerk.
You have to have an appointment, sir.
To see a city clerk?
Yes.
Okay. Is that a policy?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So I can enter into my building that I pay for?
It's just the rules.
Okay, can I see the rules?
No, you can look up. I don't know where they're at. You can look them up online though.
I have business here though today.
That's okay. Just tell me what you need to go see the city clerk for.
I don't feel like I need to explain that to a security guard.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're more than welcome to stay out here all you want. That's fine.
Well, I'd like to speak to someone. So if someone comes here to do a public records request, they have to get an appointment?
Right there's a sign right there.
Yeah, I'll take a snapshot of that. It is a policy of the City of Columbus that all non-exempt public records are to be promptly and reasonably made available upon request for inspection or copying. Okay, I'm within business hours. It doesn't say anything about having an appointment.
You can give them a call. You can get city clerk a call. You're more than welcome to give them a call.
I mean, I'm just going to stay in the publicly accessible areas of my
That's
building.
fine. Right here is good enough.
Yeah, it's publicly accessible
No.
in a lot of different areas that have public offices. So you're going to do your job and let me through so I can conduct my business?
You good right here, man. I know what you're doing, man.
You know what I'm
I watch
doing?
you guys all the time. You good.
Okay,
You
so
can
if
stay right,
you
can stay right here, but
What do you-
have business go back there.
I do have business, sir. I'm
You
conducting.
give them
I'm
a
con-
call. You give them a call.
No, I don't need to give him a call. I'm,
All right.
you know.
That's all right.
What if somebody doesn't have a phone though? Like I have a phone, obviously, but if somebody comes in and they want to take they want to conduct their business in person. They don't have a phone. They don't have a computer. How, like someone off the street, like they're homeless. How do they come in and get services that are available to the public?
No idea.
You see how silly that is?
Well, City Hall don't conduct business with homeless like that, so I don't have any idea what you're speaking about.
Someone who's homeless can come in and get a public records request. If they said make an appointment, you're not welcome to come in your building. That's a little ridiculous, right?
I guess it is. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, I read the sign. There's nothing on the sign that says I need a appointment. Just read it again here. Yeah, it just says that all non-exempt public records are to be promptly and reasonably made available upon request for inspection or copying to any person at all reasonable times during regular business hours. You guys open at 8 o'clock, right? You guys don't open or close till like 5 o'clock. So we're at the beginning part of the day, so it's reasonable hours.
It is.
Okay, so I'd like to conduct my business, sir. Let me speak to your supervisor. You're obviously not of no help, so.
You can go outside to the shack on the left-hand side there. You can speak to her out there.
And that's, what party you guys work for? Third party? What third party security?
Work for the city.
You work for the city?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Excuse me, sir. Are you a supervisor here? Are you with law enforcement? Can I speak with you for a second? I appreciate it. How you doing, sir? Could I get your name and badge number first? Carrier? I'm Zach. Wanted to go in and get a public records request. He's saying that he won't let me in because it's a policy that I have to get an appointment, but that's not true. I don't see any policy. He referred me to the sign over here, but it doesn't say anything about an appointment. It just says you have to be here within hours of operation to get a public records request.
Okay.
So can you help me get through so I can conduct my business?
Well, no, he is true that they operate by appointment only, but
For a public records request?
usually that's submitted electronically. What kind of public records are you looking for, like criminal history or?
I just want to keep that private. But usually I just give it to them verbally under the statute for the public records request, and then they just write it down, and then they submit it to the, to the designee. That's pretty much it. And then I wanted to conduct some other business here while I was at it.
Okay, yeah, both, for several years, all the offices in the building operate by appointment only. Any government building, really.
I already know that people do come into the building for services without an appointment. I know that's, and once once they allow one member of the public in, it makes it publicly accessible.
That's right, that's why nobody.
So it's 100. So no member of the public comes in here for any reason whatsoever without an appointment.
Well, they don't speak with anybody without an appointment unless
Okay.
we call somebody down and they're.
Okay. Well, the other part of my business has nothing to do with speaking with anybody. So I'd like to just kind of mind my own business, observe the pictures on the walls that I pay for to see what our tax dollars are going into. I want to take note of what is publicly accessible and document it. That's also a First Amendment protected activity.
Okay.
It's official business.
Yeah, that's set up by tours, so you can call and have somebody.
That's not a tour. I don't need a tour. That's just, I pay taxes. I want to take a look at the pictures on the walls,
Okay.
see what our tax dollars are going towards.
That's the only way you can do it is by appointment or schedule with somebody.
Can I see the policy on that?
I have no idea where it's written.
Because you understand
down.
this is the people's building. This isn't.
I understand that, but
Right.
it's accessible to the public as long as you follow the policy. Any government building is that way.
You said you need an appointment if you're here to talk to somebody. What if I'm not here to talk to anybody?
Yeah.
I would just like to observe,
Yeah.
my
And
government
you
building.
make an appointment with a tour guide and they will take you around.
Okay, well, part of that is to observe my government within the course of their official duties, which is a First Amendment protected activity. So how do I do that if my freedom of travel is being prevented?
Like I said, you make an appointment and they will take you around, but you don't have access to the government offices without appointments with each individual person. That's
not.
just the way it is.
Well,
At
that's-
any building, you can't walk into the State House and walk into the office of your senator. You have to make an appointment to talk to them.
Yeah, but that's different. People
No,
can
it's
come.
not. It's state government and city government. They're run the same way.
So somebody.
Same as the White House, federal government.
So if somebody has an appointment to say the city clerk, and then they finish their business, are they forced to leave? And if they don't leave, are they arrested? Is that how that works? You guys are so gun ho about keeping.
I'm not sure. Most people just leave when they're done with their business.
Well, if they don't leave, what happens? Is there a policy that?
That's a building policy. I've never been involved with that.
Okay. Well, it's an unconstitutional policy. I mean, if they had a policy that said you can't wear red shirts, I mean, you wouldn't. That wouldn't be. That would. Well, you think it's funny, but I mean,
It's not unconstitutional.
This-
You're allowed
this-
in as long as you follow the rules.
Nobody disagree with what y'all doing. I mean, I was just watching Mike Norton last night. So I mean, I understand what y'all doing. I understand what you're saying, but we don't make the policy and the rules here. That's
I know you don't make the policy. I'm just showing how kind of ridiculous it is.
I would, if I were you, I would just try to set up a meeting with the mayor. I mean, you're welcome to do that. There's slips around here. I can give you a slip. You can set up a meeting, try to get it was city council. And city council is open tonight. Come speak at city council tonight at 5 o'clock. I can give you a slip. You come more welcome. Come
Is that the first public meeting today? Is that 5
tonight
o'clock?
at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they meet every Monday evening,
okay.
except in August.
So, in what circumstance does somebody come in without an appointment? Or are you saying 100% of the time it's only appointment?
Yeah, to get beyond here, yes. There's some business you can
'Cause-
conduct at the counter there.
I've done this all over the state of Florida and other states.
Well,
And you just say you have business, which this is official business, whether somebody agrees with it or not, it doesn't matter. And I conduct my business and I leave. I don't have to. It's not like Nazi Germany where I have to have papers or I have to make an. Maybe afterwards I'll explain it to you. But I'm just trying to. I'm just right now.
Florida ain't Ohio, though.
First things first. It's still the United States, though.
every city's different. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand there's different policies, but the Constitution is all over the United States.
Nobody's violating the Constitution. You can come in, but there's a way you have to do it.
I understand you guys have a policy, but again, that policy is unconstitutional because if somebody doesn't have, like, say a homeless person on the street, they don't have a computer, they don't have a phone, are you guys going to turn a homeless person away because they couldn't make it? They didn't have the means to make an appointment? Yeah, but you see how silly that is. I mean,
Preaching to the choir.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
but you understand-
9/11 changed that for the whole country, and all the buildings are this way now. Every level of government, every
We're with you.
Well,
man.
city,
I
state,
understand.
We
nation.
agree with you. We just,
So since COVID, it's gone. Since
That's
COVID,
made
I
it
feel
worse.
like it's
Yeah.
gotten worse. So you see that. But I mean, it's not just in Florida. It's everywhere that I've been prior to this. I'm usually able to at least get into the like city clerk's office or whatever's publicly accessible that has a counter that serves the public. That we pay for. It's just. I've been in buildings before where they have this same sort of security protocol, safety and security, and they give up our freedoms for a little safety and security, but that's not the way it's supposed to be in the United States of America.
City council's tonight at 5.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here that late, but I'm not
You can
gonna.
help change it.
Nah, I'm gonna be
I think that'll help you guys.
taking a flight out later, but
How you doing?
yeah.
All right. This gentleman here is wanting access to the building.
No, I don't have an appointment. I'm not. Yeah.
We don't have that type of availability, like to just go out in the evening. We do. What time does council start tonight?
5
o'clock. You're more than welcome to come back then.
I won't be here though. I understand you guys are trying to like meet me in the middle, but the thing is like this is a public building. It's the people's building. We pay for with our taxes. I was just explaining to them that, as long as a member of the public is or legal citizen is in the publicly accessible areas and they're conducting official business, which I'm here to do. I'm here to look at the pictures on the walls, make sure tax dollars are going towards, reasonable, items and things throughout the courthouse. Also observe my government in the course of their duties. Also visit the city clerk, see if I can get a public records request. And I can't even get past this point because there's a unconstitutional policy in place that says that I have to have an appointment ahead of time, which is a little Gestapo to me, but that's just me.
We do have I want to say we have availability for you to walk freely the first floor and the second floor.
I mean, I don't mind signing in and getting a visitor's badge or something like that. I've done that before, even though that's unconstitutional, I think, as well. But I'm happy to do that to gain access into the building.
Yeah, these protocols were set up prior to us. Literally, we're trying to obviously keep everything organized and secure. So I can't do anything unless you have an appointment. They're doing their job.
Have you guys? Yeah, I can't come back later. That's not an option for
If
me.
you do plan on, like, if you want to come back, I can give you my card. You can make an appointment with me, and we can then,
But why do you guys have that? I mean, what's the threat? Like it's our building that we pay for.
procedures and protocols.
Who approves that? Is it the commission?
That, I would say I won't say it's a board, but it's definitely management, and they all get to it. And if you can't step over to the side, the employees ask for a certain amount of security, and we're trying to do our best to provide that.
Okay.
So, my apologies for your.
Yeah, I appreciate your being cordial. Is there anybody here that I could talk to that has some sort of say on the policy that I might be able to, show that I'm not a threat? I can come in, do my thing, and then be on my way, or?
I'm the security manager. What I can do is, give me a moment. I can try to find something out. Maybe I can walk you around. I don't have a problem with that. The thing is, if we knew of it just ahead of time, we could actually set some things up for you.
Yeah, I understand, but that's the point. It's like any member of the public should be able to just walk in and conduct their business. They pay taxes. They should be treated like
we have a building
know?
directly for paying taxes. Here, everything is appointment based. I mean, if you go to Cincinnati, they have the same.
That's got to change. And I know there's measures for that. But hey, I'm down for that idea. I don't mind having an escort per se. That's fine. I'm not a threat or anything. So
Let me double check and I'll
okay,
get back.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. So look at all the public offices here. You got the city auditor's office, city treasurer, city clerk, city council, mayor's office. So the mayor is Andrew Ginther. It's like the Pentagon here, man. It's like the Pentagon here, or the White House. It's a big, beautiful building, though. Man, sure, a lot of taxes are poured into this building. This is like one of the better ones I've been in. It's got a lot of historic value. When was the last time you guys had somebody like me come in? It's been that long? Wow. Sweet.
I don't have any availability at the moment.
We can't go through. There's nobody to.
Not right now.
All right. Well,
But you can email me.
All right. You've been cordial. Yeah. And what's your name again? Chad. Oh, Chad. I'm Zach. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is there anything else I can do to get in this morning?
Not at this moment. I'm trying to reach out to a couple people, but I have not gotten anything back.
Okay.
But like I said, anytime
Yeah.
you need to get access, you're more than welcome to give me a call. We
Okay.
can set up an appointment that way.
Can I do it now? Is the city clerk here now that I could, or like the deputy clerk,
All that type
or
of stuff you do online, I'm not involved with that. But you're more than welcome to reach out to them via email or phone call and make your appointment.
could you do me one last favor?
Mm-hmm.
Could you talk to the city clerk or someone in that office and see if I can make an appointment for me? If you don't mind, instead of me having to go online and make an appointment or call,
I can
since
try to,
I'm already
but
here.
if they're not at their desk, that's the only thing. But,
All right.
But like I said, you can email me. I could also forward it to them.
Yeah, I'll wait here in the meantime if that's cool. Just let me know what they say and I'll make that appointment.
If they will take an appointment to set up for future.
Or if they got time this morning. Huh?
You hadn't watched and seen where our last inspection was here?
Uh-uh.
You didn't see?
No, what happened?
Well, you know Mike Norton?
Who?
Mike Norton?
Mike who?
Norton.
Norton, is that somebody on YouTube?
KULT News.
What's his name?
KULT News.
Oh, Colt News. I know who he
Well,
is.
he don't go by Colt News. He don't want to call it that.
I know who he is. Yeah, I know who he is. He was here? Do you know if he lived? Does he live here in Ohio? Or is he from around
He
here?
lives here. He's from North Carolina, but he's here.
Okay. Cool. Have you guys heard
They
of?
got a band together, man.
Have you guys heard of Long Island Audit?
Who?
Long Island Audit.
Hey, I watched
Sean Ray?
Yep.
Yep.
I watched him last night with my daughters were watching him and watching the other one auditing and
Inland.
yeah.
Oh, he's a friend of mine. Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he usually wears like a face mask, glasses, and whole nine. I usually have like a little mounts thing I put on here. Today, I just got my hands. It's like all over the place.
All right, so no one's out there at the moment.
Okay.
I did give you my card. You can reach out. I don't have a clerk number, but everything is on the website, so you're more than welcome to reach out.
And the website's on the card?
No, I can use the website.
Yeah, appreciate it. See if I can make an appointment. Man, these big cushy buildings, man. These people who run it or that we put in here, they should be not have such a disdain for the public, man. You know, it's what Benjamin Franklin said. It's, you know, those who give up their freedom for a little safety and security deserve neither. All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Have a good one, sir. All right, so we just temporarily exited the City Hall here in Columbus, Ohio. I'm going to try to make an appointment on my phone here real fast, see if I can get one set up here for this morning so I can come back and finish my business.
That's what I'm saying. I can't say that. And that was like, that was the reason why.
I was told that last time I was here, that's why I asked.
Yeah, you're welcome to call, but I can't take it.
Hey, sorry.
Excuse me, I'm right behind you. Boo! How's it going? Can I speak to both of you guys since you both are here? I wanted to speak to both of y'all, but since you're both here, this is great. So I'm out of breath. I just walked really fast from FedEx.
I might not be able to hold a long conversation with you because I know there's people coming in and out of the building.
I'll talk to. Are you county police or city police? City. Okay. So I printed out the statute for the city of Columbus. It's ORC 149.43B2. Basically says if you yeah. I'm going to show you a couple things here if you don't mind. Can I show you this? All right. So it says on page 2 here. It says, page 16. A public office also shall have available a copy of its current records retention schedule at a location readily available to the public. So essentially what that means is every single public office in this public building needs to have a physical copy of such schedule for the public to be able to review. Okay? So that means a copy means something you come and look at in person. All right? And then I also found your all's the policy for the City of Columbus. It's the Office of the Mayor, City of Columbus Public Records Policy. If you go over to page 2 at the very top, it says, in processing the request, unless a statutory exemption exists, no public records request is to be denied based on the refusal of the requester to make the request in writing or based on the refusal of the requester to disclose his or her identity or the motive for making the request. In other words, to make an appointment, you have to give up your personal identifying information. But this right here says you don't need to do that. So my question to you is, as a police officer, as law enforcement, are you going to deny me access into my building to check up on every office to make sure they have these copies available to the public?
As we explained before, you can do that. There's a process they have to go through.
I looked it up. There is no policy in place right now. It doesn't exist. There's no executive order by the mayor. There's no executive order regarding making an appointment. But I did find this, and it specifically says, that I don't need an appointment. I don't need to give up any of that information to gain access into those offices.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
That's what city council and the mayor is for.
No, it's in writing, guys. It's already.
That's what I'm telling you, that's what they're for. So,
It's already.
They're the ones that made the policy.
Well, it's gonna fall on you ultimately, because for the record, well, it's gonna be part of it. It's gonna be part of it. So, are you guys going to deny me access into my building to check up on those records?
We told you how to gain access. You just don't want to do it.
All right. So you're saying you're going to go against.
No.
Okay, I'm going to go into every office in my building and look at the public records retention schedule.
You're not going to get through there and do that. You're not going to do that. That's not going
You
to
have
happen.
to get an appointment with each
That
office.
it says though I don't need to give that up in the policy. Per the public records policy, I don't need to do that.
Well, you can request that online or over the phone, which is what
No, you're just. Let me speak to your PIO or designee from any of those offices that have one of those copies they should have available to the public.
you have to call each office individually.
The number is right on the wall that you took out.
I can't use my phone for that, so I'm here now. Can you guys just buzz them or something?
No.
So you guys are going to go like out of your way to sink in your heels.
I'm not going my way.
I mean, I just read you the law, Florida statute, ORC 149.43B2.
Florida statute?
Or not Florida statute, I'm sorry. Ohio, statute of Ohio statute. I printed it out right here, guys, if you want to take a look at it. Do you want to take a look at it, sir?
No.
Okay. And I'm sorry, what was your badge number again?
1808.
Okay, so you're saying that you will not let me in unless I schedule an appointment, is that correct?
It's not up to me at all. That's City Hall.
I think you've been given bad information, because in writing, the way it is by law and by your policy,
They're allowed to go above and beyond state law to make it more strict.
there is no executive order by anybody saying otherwise.
So again, why don't you just come? You came back. Just come back tonight at 5 o'clock.
I can't do that, guys. I'm taking a flat out. But I'm just, for the record, you guys, I got it on record that you guys are not allowing me to go through without an appointment to do what I have a right to do here, which I printed out for you guys to take a look at. And you're still refusing.
They've taken that and they've made it stricter, as every government building in the city has done.
But it says in here, it says that every public building, every
You
state
didn't-
office.
You didn't listen to what I just said. They took that and made it stricter for each individual building.
But it's not out yet. It's not out until September 29th. And we can't skip ahead to the future. We're in the present time right now, and there is no existing executive order or contrary policy in play.
When they're here tonight, you can ask them that.
Yep.
You guys are not giving me a viable option here, because I told you already I'm not going to be here, and I'm here now. Can you grab somebody for me? At least grab somebody who's a designee for the public records in one of the offices. I'm sure you got more than one office that's public, and they should have this posted, and they have some designated person who responds to those public records requests if a member of the public was to go in and examine those or review those.
It has to be the schedule, that's what I'm saying. It's the same-
Again, you don't
same
need to-
at police headquarters, it's the
I'm gonna
same code.
I'm gonna read it to you again. It says in processing requests, unless a statutory exemption exists, which it doesn't, I looked, no public records request is to be denied based on the refusal of the requester to make the request in writing, or based on the refusal of the requester to disclose his or her identity.
Right.
Am I correct in saying when you make an appointment, you have to give up your identity? Is that correct?
No, you're not understanding what you just read. It has to be done in writing and you make an appointment.
That's not what it's not what it says. It says it's not to be denied based on the refusal of the requester to make the request in
You're
writing.
not being denied.
We're telling
Yes, you
how-
are. It
we're
says
telling you how to do it.
you can't deny me based on the refusal of the requester to disclose his or her identity, which you have to do. Yes, you do. You're telling me to make an appointment, which means I have to give up my identity. I have to give up some personal information, which says I don't need to do that.
Again, you come back tonight, talk to city
You're not
council.
gonna get
Again, I'm not going to be here tonight, guys. I just wanted to get on record that you guys are denying me access.
You get public records on yourself if you're not going to tell them who you are. They're not going to give you a phone book. You have to tell them your identity to get the information on that identity.
No, you don't. You just put an email, or I can come by and pick it up in person. They can send it to an email.
To look up. That's what I'm saying.
To look up? What do you mean, like my information?
Isn't that what you're wanting? You said you wanted your public records.
I don't want my public records. I'm here to get turn in or submit a public records request. That could be that could be your information. That could be your disciplinary record. That can be your work history in the public sector. That can be your salary. I can get everyone's salary here in this building. Those are just the few things that I can get, which is public record, and I have a right to come in. I have a right to come in and get those records. You're denying me my right of access to get those records or review the. It's not a funny matter. It's you guys are just parroting misinformation. I have it right here for you guys to look at. You're refusing to look at. I'm telling you, you're wrong. You're 100% wrong. You're just repeating like a parrot the same thing that somebody told you who doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. It says very clearly on this.
You're just trying to get stuff going. All right.
You guys are just, your egos are getting in the way. Can you get somebody from one of those offices? Again, can you get somebody from those offices?
No.
A PIO or some designee for one of those. I don't care which office. You got the Treasury office. Somebody from the Treasury office can come down here. Somebody from real estate management. Somebody from the clerk's office. I mean, I'm looking at the directory over there. There's plenty of offices that should have a copy of this retention schedule for the public records request. Or for public records, excuse me.
And they'll be happy to go over everything you want with them if you make an appointment with them.
All right, we're going round and round. I've already made my point and have already refuted everything you said about making an appointment, and you're still not getting it.
Where do we go from here?
Call somebody down. I mean, is that too much to ask?
They don't operate that way. It's by appointment only.
All right, so you guys are in violation of Ohio Statute ORC 149.43B2, which is page 16, and you guys are also in violation of the public records policy that's currently in existence. More specifically, page 2, top bullet, where it says, in processing the request, unless a statutory exemption exists, no public records request is to be denied based on the refusal of the requester to make the request in writing, or based on the refusal of the requester to disclose his or her identity or the motive for making the request. So, I mean, it's plain as day. You guys are, I don't know, playing semantics, or I don't know what you're doing, but I don't know how you can...
The point is how you make your request. You are insisting on doing it in person, face to face.
And not giving up my identity, which an appointment, yes or no? An appointment, you have to give up your identity. Is that correct?
Yeah, just like...
Checkmate. Yeah, I got you by the balls there. Checkmate. So you're refusing me. You're refusing me from going in because you're saying I have to make an appointment when I got both your policy and I got you on the Ohio State statute here. You're still refusing to let me in. You're an officer of the law. You swore an oath to the Constitution, did you not?
Yeah.
So you're an oath breaker. You're not honoring your oath.
I'm not. I'm telling you how we will honor that.
You should arrest people who are violating this statute, this Florida law, or I keep saying Florida law, Ohio law. So anybody who's in contradiction to this or is violating this law, it's your job to enforce the law, sir.
I know.
And you're refusing to do that.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No.
You absolutely
We're
are.
telling you how it was done.
Okay. Well, I'm showing you how it's done. I'm showing you.
The city attorney has...
I got you. You just admitted that in order to make an appointment, you have to give your personal identifying information, which I said, it says right here in what I showed you already, it says that you don't need to give up that information.
Okay, let's find out how you can get to that person that you're trying to get the information from.
Well, I'm here now. I want to speak to somebody in one of those offices. You have extensions on this phone here. You can call somebody and bring them down here so I can speak to them.
Well, I'm not going to do
That's a
that.
reasonable request, is it not? I think that's reasonable. I just want to speak to someone other than someone who's just going to parrot orders that they got from somebody who's misinformed.
You'd have been back twice. Just be cool, man.
I'm totally cool, guys. But you're laughing at me for bringing this up to your attention and showing you. I did my homework, went to a FedEx, printed out these copies to show you. You haven't even looked at it yet. I've read it to you, but you're still just parroting the same regurgitated arguments.
Didn't Chad Rivers give you his information? Didn't he give
I'm not
you-
interested in talking to the head of security.
Okay,
That's you guys.
That's who he is. So you got his information.
Your all jobs is to observe and report. You guys can't really help me out other than just let me through here, which I have a right to.
All right.
But law enforcement,
Have fun now.
on the other, somebody left their drink here, by the way. Here. I'll put it right here for you.
Leave it right there. Leave it right there. Leave it right there.
Say, what's your name, sir?
Carrier.
Officer Carrier. Are you a deputy?
No, officer.
Okay. Is there a supervisor I can speak to? I'm requesting one of your supervisors. See if they can uphold. See if, so you're not even with. So you're with security. You're not actually state police.
No, I'm city police assigned to City Hall.
So Chad is with city police.
No, Chad is a security supervisor here. He's my direct supervisor. I also have one over in headquarters.
What's your?
Police department.
I mean, for the police department, do you have like a supervisor from the police department I can speak to?
Sergeant Edwards over in headquarters.
Okay, can you call him over here? I'm requesting a supervisor.
You go up to headquarters.
You're supposed to call. You're supposed to radio him over here and come see
No,
me.
I don't have to do anything.
Well, actually,
If you want to talk to
that is
him,
part of your
you go
policy.
over to the building where he is.
If a member of the public requests a supervisor to law enforcement, yes, you do.
Someone asked. No, that's a misconception.
that's not a misconception. I do it all the time. All the
We
time.
don't have to honor it. If you want to talk to him, his office is in headquarters.
I'm not gonna. You're creating more obstacles for me. You guys have already given me a huge obstacle just to enter into my building and do what I have a legal right to do, which I will be following up with a civil lawsuit. Everyone involved. I got your name, badge number. I have this guy's information. I have the policies. I have the state statute here for Ohio. And this guy thinks it's funny. He watches these videos and he still thinks it's hilarious. But you know, I'm saying you're going to lose your qualified immunity. Is it really worth it to not uphold the law, which you swore an oath to do? Are you a patriot or not? No?
Man,
Are you a Biden supporter?
we told you exactly how to accomplish what you want to accomplish.
You're just parroting a bunch of nonsense that doesn't even
And so
follow the law. So
We're just
okay,
saying
so
the same thing.
they think the ORC 149.43 B2 is nonsense, and also their own policy, which I printed out, which really gets them by the balls here as well. It says that page 2, which I've already read 100 times, you don't need an appointment. So that verifies you don't need an appointment. They can't create unnecessary obstacles, and then this is basically saying they should have the public records request available to review copies of for the records retention schedule, which they're denying me access. Just parroting the same misinformation, guys. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm sorry. Do you work for the city clerk's office by chance?
No, I don't.
Could you grab somebody for me?
You gotta deal with that, sorry, no front desk.
They're not helping me out, unfortunately. You can't call somebody on your extensions there that I know you have access to?
Chad Rivers, you can call Chad.
Can you call him for me?
No, you can call him.
You're not going to call him for me?
No. He's already given me information how to get to him. I've already spoke with him already.
I called the number earlier and there was no answer, so
Or you can email him.
I feel like I'd be wasting my time, honestly. All right, so I got you on record, not let me in without making an appointment, which says very clearly I don't need to. So, all right,
All right, take care.
have the day you deserve. All right, so I can only observe my government in the course of their duties from outside, unfortunately, because they won't let me inside of my building, despite showing them the Ohio statute and their own policy on the public records requests. That is that's just somebody's office there. We will prevail, guys. How's it going? Chad, I was gonna call you, but I'm using my phone. I printed out, I went to FedEx, I did my research, I looked up the Ohio statute regarding the public records policy as well as the actual Columbus of Ohio policy. I was explaining to Mr. Carrier over here that the statute, I'll show you. Let me just show you here real quick. Maybe you can, you're my last hope, I guess. So if you can look at that there. So this is the statute for Ohio, ORC 149.43B2. I highlighted it here. Basically, that's saying that every single public office inside of this public building needs to have a... I'm talking to them now. Basically, what that says is every single office inside of this building, every public office that is, has to have a copy of the public records retention schedule. that is available for the public to just come in and look at the copies. So it's not electronic. It's not something you go online and look at. And then I also printed out the policy. This is page 2 at the very top. That basically says you wouldn't need an appointment because it says you can't refuse based on the refusal of the request or disclose his or her identity. So when you make an appointment, you have to give up your identity. So I explained to him, you don't need to do that. And I looked up to see if there's any executive orders from the mayor or anything. There's not, that doesn't exist. So there's no policy in play, in other words, that says you have to make an appointment to come in and review those records.
These are the policies. I don't know when this was. This says 2007.
This is on the website currently. Yeah. So
I'm not certain if they don't have the most recent. I'm not certain, but as you can see, it was saying 2007. So I'll have to look into this.
Yeah, there's nothing.
That's why I asked you
go ahead and I looked it up already. There's nothing that came out after this.
That.
I think you said or someone said September 29th. Something's coming out, like an update or something or other. But
I didn't say. I'm not privy to that.
I don't know if it was you or not, but somebody said. I'm just kind of regurgitating what somebody said. But there's nothing that's come out ever since. You know what I'm saying? Do you mind if I keep that?
No.
Okay.
I was going to give it back.
Okay.
But I just had a young lady come out. It's a little disruptive when we have people that are like poking in.
Well,
they are doing payroll.
That's the only way.
Checking.
I understand. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, it's not the only way. I asked you just to make an appointment, and I'll get you in.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not going to make an appointment because I don't have to. So the only option that's left available is to observe my government from the outside, because you guys aren't letting me in to review the records and do everything else I came here to do.
Okay.
So I showed you the statute for the state of Ohio and the public records policy as well. In addition to that, basically says I don't need to make an appointment.
I'm going to have to double check on my side before I can even act or say anything.
Okay. Who would you be? Is there like is there a PIO I can speak to in the entrance lobby area over there?
Not at the moment. I was going to try to reach out and see if I could get somebody with the city attorney that you could, but that's why I was asking you to send me an email. I will get it forwarded to the people that need it.
Yeah, I'm going to deal with this now because I'm here. I can't play that long game, so I need to.
It wouldn't be about
get some clarification because I do have a right to go in there, regardless of whether you. I respect you for wanting to check up on it. I'm just saying I don't need to wait, 24 hours or however long to get an answer. I just want an answer now because. If the answer is ultimately no, I want to get on record that you guys are refusing me access into my building without making an appointment, and then I could take that to the state attorney, and then you guys could be held liable for that because it's breaking the Florida law, Florida statute on that.
Which law?
The Florida statute. That's here. It's this one. It's page 16 right here. It's the ORC 149.43 B2. You need to take a picture of that?
No, I don't. I can actually look it up. But with us operating under Ohio, that's what I'm telling you. I need to talk to my city attorney, and I can do what I can. I'm not going to tell you anything wrong. I'm not going to give you a definite no.
Yeah.
Because I need to do my research and figure out what parameters we could work in. But
do you mind if
I just cannot have you looking through the windows. We have payroll. That back window that you were in was one of our auditor's offices, which has checking all that kind of information actually on the screens. I can't have, we can't just have you doing that.
Well, if I see it from public, it's not against the law. But for now, if we could just focus on the letting me in so I can do things, I'll be in and out. I'm not going to be here all day. I just want to go into all the offices that should have the copies of the public records retention schedules posted. I want to look and make sure those are in compliance and make sure those are reviewable. And I want to put in a request while I'm here as well.
I'll see what I can do.
There should be someone designated in every single office, like the Treasury office as well, and all the other public offices that are in here.
Did you say you wanted to do a public records request?
Yeah, I was going to give it verbally, and then they write it down.
They ask for all public records requests to be online.
Well, they ask.
Fill out the form.
But I don't have to do that online. I can do it in person as well. That's another option. But I can do it in person. Every public employee who works inside of a public office is required by law to do that. They can't turn me away online. They can't shoo me away to, send an email or, whatever the case may be. I'm here now. Our building is here. We pay taxes for this building to pay your salaries. We want you guys to work for us.
That are instilled to protect people that work here.
Yeah,
so, I understand what you're
saying. Freedom is dangerous. If they're that much of a sissy, they shouldn't be working for the public. really is what it comes down to. I mean, I hate to say it, quite frank, but you know, if they're that scared of the public, they shouldn't be working for the public. I mean, point blank, that's the way it is.
I hear you.
But if I could be on the phone call with you, if you want to call whoever you got to call, I would like to talk to them, or at least observe what's going on so I can respond to it instead of having to wait around back and forth and be here all day.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I already know the answer to all this. I'm just letting you, look into it yourself, because I know you're just trying to be cautious and you got somebody above you. So, I mean, by all means.
Let me find out. But again, I just can't have you going through the windows, okay?
Well, that's another matter. I'll go hang out in the lobby or in the entrance area for now, so you know where to find me. Wait for you there. How long do you think it might take?
Give me like 5 minutes. So.
Okay, fair enough. Appreciate you. Thanks. I'll be right here. Thank you. I want to say this elevator you can get to from one of the buildings across the street here, which would bypass this here. All right, it's just before 1 o'clock. Get them to 1:05 before we say anything to anybody. See, they were refusing to help me inside here, so I had to go around outside and look through the windows from outside. All I can see, and that brought Chad out here in a heartbeat.
You're not able to budge on that. If you do want to make an appointment, you're more than welcome to do that.
Who is that you talk to? What's the name of that person?
I'm a higher up.
Because it just takes that off you.
I know.
Otherwise, your name goes on the civil lawsuit. I'd rather not.
But I'm the security manager. We have policies and procedures for a reason. I don't have a problem if you come and set up an appointment to meet
I just printed it up.
And you told me, I know that, but our building policies as stand, you have to show ID to even enter.
What policy are you referring to? Because I got it printed out right here, brother.
I believe that's older. Like I said,
You believe that's older?
I believe,
Can you guys show me?
Like I said, I was willing to get that for you, but I can't produce that like right now. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to go into my office and look it up and meet with the city attorney and all that other stuff. So I don't have that stuff readily right now.
What's the city attorney's name? Is it the city attorney you were talking to?
No,
Who was it you were talking to?
it is not. It's not.
Is it a public
it's not
employee?
a concern. What I'm saying is,
I mean, no, it is my concern because I want to know who's the defendant on the lawsuit.
You could say Chad Rivers is saying no to your
Okay.
access at
All right.
the moment. But what I'm trying to say is, if you follow the protocols, show your ID and do everything like I'm asking.
That's a violation of my Fourth Amendment right to show ID to come into my building that I pay for. You understand this is America. We're not in North Korea
I
here.
don't want to go back and forth.
All right, well, I don't
I
either.
gave you what I could. If
What-
you have anything that I can help you with immediately, I will, but I don't have anything unless you make an appointment.
So who do I put on the civil lawsuit?
I'm assuming
You
me,
and
whoever.
The officer over
I'm
here?
just telling you what we cannot do.
Okay.
Okay.
Well-
and you're disrupting workflow. I have people that are coming to me asking us, "Why are you out there doing the video?"
I'm not going to stop.
That's
What
fine.
happens if I walk through here? What's going to happen?
This is a restricted area, so you would have to find out.
It's not restricted, but if I was to walk through that,
It
what
is
would,
restricted if we're having you show ID.
so if I walk into that restricted area, quote unquote, what's going to
without
happen?
showing ID.
Without
then
showing
we will
ID.
ask you to leave.
Just ask me to leave?
We will ask you to leave.
Is there going to be any kind of law enforcement involved or anything like
I'm
that?
not doing that with you, bud.
I'm just
We're asking
saying.
Everybody, we have the key card here for a reason. This is how everybody comes in. We know who comes through our door.
We have a Fourth Amendment for a reason, though, sir.
understand.
This is the government our forefathers are warning us about. Have to show papers for everything, or you know what I mean?
I appreciate you. If you have any other business,
Can I speak to a PIO? That's all I'm asking. If I could speak to a designated PIO in one of these public offices.
like I said, if you email me, I can work with you, and we can go from there.
Can I speak to the city clerk?
I don't believe the city. I just went up there earlier. and
What's
she wasn't there.
What's her name?
You can look that stuff up.
Can someone just tell me who the city clerk is?
I'm not going to sit there and tell names.
Why? It's public
Because
information.
it's all public records that you could look up.
Right, but
Okay?
I pay your salary. Why can't you just tell me what her name is?
I have. You can do what
You're
I can do.
being awfully obstinate at this point. I mean, you've been somewhat polite, but you're being obstinate. You're digging your heels in, trying to make it as difficult for me as possible. I just want to know how I can speak to somebody while I'm here now without having to have an obstacle put in my place that doesn't need to be there, sir. I'm asking you a very reasonable question. What's her name? Can you bring her butt down here so I can talk to her?
She's not there when I went up there. But like I said, I did
She's not the
everything I
only
could.
designee, though, in the entire building that handles public records. Again, every office should have a copy of
I
it.
did everything I could. Please email us and we can go.
Can you check the Treasury's? Did you check the Treasury's office? The designee there?
You need to talk to. You didn't talk about the Treasury, and again, all that stuff needs to be done.
If I can speak to the Treasury officer, whoever I guess deals with the public records, or post that copy, the retention schedule for the public records to review for the public to come in and see, I'd like to speak to that person for that office.
Everything needs to be done through email. I apologize.
Man, see, this is what I showcase, man. This is another big cushy building we pay for, so you guys can turn us away.
I'm sorry.
You don't seem like you're sorry. Man, this is what our forefathers warned us about, guys. Oh, boy. All right, let's continue what we were doing outside.
I was gonna ask you,
What?
what's she doing?
I was taking some pictures
For?
of myself. I'm a journalist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you work, are you in charge of PIO or public records at all for any office here? Do you know who I would speak to?
You come in the front doors.
I already spoke to them. They're not very helpful in the front. the guards or the security guards and what's his name, Chad. But they won't grab me. Whoever I guess is in charge of the public records request services, they should have it posted in every public office, correct? Yeah. So if it's posted in every office, I would guess a member of the public should be able to just go in and review those copies without an appointment, right? And they're saying I have to have an appointment to go in and review those, which it shouldn't. It's not that way, right? Because I already read the state law, and I've already read the policy that's in place right now on the website, and it says that you can't deny somebody those services, which means you can't give up public information of yourself or private information of yourself. So are you able to help me with that?
Just come in the front doors.
I'll meet you over there.
Come in the front doors.
Okay.
The security team will help you.
Oh,
You have
I
to
already.
come into the front
They're
doors.
they won't even call somebody for me.
They will.
They-
They need to. Then ask to speak with the mayor.
The mayor is the mayor here?
I have no idea.
They're so. I'm sorry to bug you. They're just not. They're not helping me. I've already asked them to get me somebody, and they're not even. They're just basically kind of like, well, good luck. Have a good time calling somebody or emailing somebody.
You have access as a citizen to City Hall.
Amen.
Just offer your driver's license and you're welcome to come in.
Well, see, that's a relinquishment of my Fourth Amendment. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can show you in the front if you want to come around, and I can show you. I have it printed out right here. It says that I don't need to show the any private information in order to gain access to those in person.
Just, come in the front doors. That's where you'll see the signs, okay? Good luck.
Are you going to be there? There he goes again, creating his own privacy. There you go. It's going to make it difficult for we the people. The people should make it difficult for them until they comply with the law. All right, Liberty Trollers, we're just now leaving the City of Columbus City Hall. Wow, as you can see, employees here, public employees who do not want to serve the public, they're digging in their heels saying that they're going to stick with the whole you must sign in or you must have your ID in order to enter into the building, even though I showed them Ohio state law, the statute on that, as well as their very policy in the City of Columbus on the public records policy, public records request policy, and they just will not listen. They will not take a serious look at what I printed out for them online. There is no other policy out there that would contradict that. And those two things together basically state that any member of the public could come in here, get a public records request in person. They can go to each and every public office inside of the City Hall or any state office in any state building here, and they should have the public records retention schedule available for review, a copy of it thereof, inside every single public office. So that means we can go in there and look at it, and that also means that we don't need to make an appointment to go review it. But they are refusing to listen or comply. We went around the outside of the building, looked inside the windows, got their attention that way by observing our government within the course of their official duties. We were given an unlawful directive by Chad, director of security here, saying that members of the public cannot do that, which we all know is false. Told them I was going to keep doing it. Wasn't given any issue after that. Just got a lot of stares and people creating their own privacy by shutting the blinds or standing around, giving me different faces. But yeah, nobody is even willing to go help further as far as grabbing a PIO or the city clerk or anybody else in any other office that would be able to assist a member of the public with their public records request. They just want to shoo everybody online or to make a phone call to schedule an appointment, give up your ID. Man, this place is out of compliance with state statute as well as the public records request policy. They keep saying there's some other policy out there that's newer, yet nobody knows where it is. I think it's just a bunch of BS, or it's something that's going to come out later, probably in the coming months. Law enforcement was unwilling to honor their oath and hold them accountable. We have it on record, both from security and from law enforcement and from others who work here, that they are not going to comply with the law unless an appointment is made, which I believe is just a practice. It's not really, I don't even think it's a policy. I think it's just a practice that they're hoping is going to turn into a policy later. But anywho, we got some help from Inland Auditing. I am free, aka Gandalf. I gave him a call earlier today, and he was gracious enough to help out with identifying these policies and statutes to apply when I came back to present to our public servants to see if they would comply. Obviously, they did not. So I'll be following up on this one. I'll be filing my federal civil lawsuit for civil rights violations. I think prior restraint has a part to play in this, that they're keeping me from gathering content for a story over a policy that, as far as I can tell, doesn't exist. But the policy we do have says I can go in there, any member of the public can go in there and get done what we're trying to do. So I think I stated everything here that happened today at the City Hall in Columbus, Ohio. Please redress your grievances if you feel so inclined. Do it peacefully. Petitioning our government is under the First Amendment, protected under the Constitution. So I would encourage you to do that if that's what you feel inclined to do. I know I will. In the meantime, you guys be blessed, be safe out there. I'll see you in the next video. Liberty Troll, out. All right, so we're at the Division of Police Central Headquarters down the road here from the City Hall, where they violate the rights of every member of the public by forcing them to make an appointment. In particular, especially when they're trying to review the public records retention schedule. So hopefully we're able to lodge our complaint here. Let's see what happens. Good, man. I'm not skipping anybody in line, am I? Okay, cool. Yeah, I wanted to speak to is there like a supervisor I can speak to real quick for a complaint, in-person complaint?
So we don't take the IG's offices who takes all our complaints.
Yeah, I don't want to do it online or call. Is there like
They have an office that you can walk into.
What is the name? What is the office?
IG's office.
What is? I'm talking to him right now. What does IG stand for?
Huh?
What does IG stand
It's
for?
all in that book.
Okay.
I know.
I'm in a hurry. Okay. I'm just wanting some quick information.
Here, I'll point it out to you if you'd like.
Okay, that would be great.
That's the address here. That's their hours and a phone number.
Okay, what is the name of the DIC? What does that stand for?
Huh?
Do you know what it stands for, or you have to look to the pamphlet?
I
as well?
really don't want to be baited into any of your
I'm not baiting,
so
officer. I just want to know where I can file a complaint real quick.
put your camera on there, on that
Okay,
sign
what
right
is what does DIC stand for? You don't know what it stands for?
there? Nope.
Okay, so all right,
Okay.
that's all I was asking.
Okay, have a good day.
All right, you have the day you deserve. Wow, can't file a complaint in person unless you go to another building. Oh wait. What is your name and badge number?
Shots 1473.
Okay, what's yours, ma'am?
Myers, 1730.
Okay, is there a police department around here?
This is the police department.
This is the headquarters, but it's also a department. Is there like a separate department?
No, it's one.
So it's just one. Everything's in the headquarters. Okay. All right, Liberty Trollers, you saw it. We just left the Division of Police Central Headquarters. Apparently, they did not want to help us. They were very demeaning inside. They gave us this address, which I do not have time to go to in person, but there is all the information to file a complaint. Unheard of. They do not take any complaints here in person or at all at the central headquarters, which is a little strange, but we will be lodging an email complaint, and I'll also be calling the DIG, whatever that stands for. Again, if you guys want to redress your grievances, you're more than welcome to. That is your right. Just make sure you do it peacefully is all I would ask. If you decide to do that, we're going to close it here, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Liberty Troll out.